So summer produce from your garden or from your local farmer's market is definitely in full bloom right now. Chef Brandi is here with some ideas on how to use all that yummy produce. She joins us here in the Charlie Wilson KitchenAid kitchen, right? It's like our gardens are overflowing. We're kind of running out of ideas of what to do with it, but I love that you kind of have a refresh of things so we don't let it go to waste.
Yes, people often bring me, sacks full of, vegetables that are coming in. And
you can use this,
I'm like,
Chef.
what do I do with this? I don't want it to go to waste. One of the #1 things people ask me and that I struggled with were green bell peppers.
Absolutely.
We can freeze them to put in meatloaves, we can chop them up and put them in salads, but what do we do with all these peppers?
Right.
So I came up with something new, and it's a roasted green bell pepper enchilada sauce.
Oh, yum.
So you can make this and it'll last in the fridge for up to a week. You can freeze it, deep freeze it for 6 months, or you can even can it like I've done some here.
Love that. Okay, so did you have like a variety of sizes too? Because and that will kind of make for a great sauce to kind of combine all that together.
Yes. Okay, so what you're going to do, of course I had to do some of this ahead of time. You're going to take 4 to 6 bell peppers. Now, if
Can we show that right here? Because there's a camera right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to show everybody if you can see that.
Now,
right?
if you've got small garden bell peppers, you're going to want about 6. If you're buying big ones from the grocery store.
Bell peppers.
Yes. So we've taken green bell peppers, we've got 4 tomatillos, we've got half of a red onion, some garlic cloves, and some jalapeno. So we're going to put these in the oven whole with some olive oil.
You're sheet panning our canning and our sauce needs, right? Sheet pans are for everything, and I love this idea.
And to show you what the peppers look like when they first come out, because you have to doctor them a little, they're going to come out, they're going to be golden brown, caramelized, but you're going to want to get the skin off. The skin is going to be tough and bitter in your sauce.
Okay.
So if you just let these rest in a covered Tupperware container for about 10 minutes, your skin will peel right off. You can take your stem, peel it right off. The seeds will come right out.
Get all those seeds out too.
Yes, and then you'll be left with just the shell of the pepper.
Okay.
We did the same thing with our jalapenos. Now, the more seeds you leave in, the spicier it's going to be. We made some at home with 3 whole jalapenos in it, and
How'd that go?
It was spicy, spicy.
You can make a variety for those that like it spicy to maybe something that's a little bit more mild.
Absolutely. So we're going to take our bell peppers, put them straight into our food processor. It's okay if a couple seeds are left behind, but you want most of those out.
This is after pulling off that little part that's burnt, pulling off the part with some of the
skin, we've taken off the inside. The tomatillos, you can leave the skin on, and these are the things that look like green tomatoes that have like a little green corn husk on them. So just pull the corn husk off. Also, this full recipe will be uploaded tomorrow to my Instagram and TikTok, so if you want step-by-step instructions.
I love how you laid it all out here from after it came right out of the oven. It just makes it visually so easy for us that we realize.
Get all that onion in there, all that garlic. I know it looks like a lot of garlic, but roasted garlic is not as bitter.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add first just a little bit of chicken broth to it.
Okay.
You might need up to a cup of chicken broth. It's going to depend on how juicy your vegetables are, so just start with a little.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and give that a pulse. It's starting to get chunky, kind of looks like salsa verde right now.
Okay.
We're going to add in a cup of cilantro. Now, I have a couple people in my family that are soap people with cilantro. They can't eat cilantro. It tastes like soap.
Really?
So you can omit this, but I promise if you're not one of those people, you want it in there. We're going to do a tablespoon of cumin. Gives it a good smoky flavor, a little bit of spice, and some salt, and a little black pepper. We can already tell we're going to need some more of that chicken broth, so I'm going to add a little more in.
Like what consistency do you want to get it down to?
You want it to be like a loose salsa.
Okay.
See, it's still going to have, a little bit of chunks of puree in it. You want it to still have some texture, but you really can't overmix this. Okay, here, we've almost got it there. We've still got like a chunkier salsa, add a little bit more broth. And the vegetables in the beginning, they only take about 40 minutes to bake. Yeah. I do them at 440. After 20 minutes, you're gonna wanna take your garlic out. Your garlic will burn, and then put them back in there. So we've still got, a thick consistency here.
Oh, that looks so good.
We're going to add that
fresh,
in.
nice taste too.
Yes, super fresh, super simple to make. We'll turn that on. I'm going to cook it for about 20 minutes, and if it looks a little too thick, just add a little chicken broth to it.
There you go. And if you're putting, did you like seal this?
Yes,
or
I
should
pressure canned this. You can pressure can it. You can water bath can it. You can, like I said, if you have a deep freeze, you can freeze it for 6 months. A regular freezer, you know, a month.
Yeah.
It stays good in the fridge for a week.
If you're making this fresh, how long do you think it'll last and be good once you have it opened?
Once I open it and put it in the fridge, at least a week.
Good.
Yeah, but it'll
Plenty of
stay
meals,
downstairs
right?
forever.
All right, on to squash. Squash is coming out my ears right now.
So
with
much
people giving me squash.
And zucchini right now too.
and
So this
zucchini.
is, you can use either
Right.
one. So what I've done is I've sliced my squash up to about 1/8 of an inch thick. Like I said, you can do this with zucchini. We're gonna take just some olive oil. And we're gonna take your favorite seasoning. I love Flavor God seasoning. If you haven't tried it, you need to. This one's Italian Zest. We're gonna give that a good shake in there.
Does this have salt in it? Like for people that want to make
It
sure?
has a little bit of salt, but they have lots of flavors that
Right.
do not have any salt in them. Now, ideally, you would want to let these set for about 10-15 minutes and drain the juice off. The salt will get some of that moisture out.
But this is TV squash.
Yes, so we've got to do this a little quicker. And we're just going to lay those out. Right on top of your seasoned squash, you're going to want to put about a teaspoon of Parmesan on each squash. You're going to throw these into a 425-degree oven for about 18 minutes.
Okay.
And they're going to come out crispy, beautiful, crunchy. Your kids will eat them.
What a way to make them eat the vegetables, right?
Another thing you can do with all your excess squash is make my candied squash relish. There's a full video on that as well. Super
What is in
simple to
that?
make.
What else do you have in there?
There's squash in here, zucchini, there's green bell peppers from the garden, some onion, vinegars, some different seasonings.
What a fun variety of things
Super
you can
simple
throw
to make.
together.
Oh, it's great on hot dogs, hamburgers. I make tuna fish salad with it, deviled eggs. Anything you could do with relish, it's
Throw
great.
it on there.
Yes.
Throw it on there. All right.
Would you like
so
to try one?
I do want to try one. Do I need to stir?
Yeah,
Okay,
we probably need to stir this a little.
I ask and then I walk away to eat.
And then
Sorry.
it still looks a little
That didn't
thick.
make any-
You know, if
Like,
it's
do you
still
need me to help?
if it's still a little too chunky, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my chicken broth in. And we're just going to let that simmer and let all those flavors.
This is the squash, such a delicious take because a lot of times at home we are like frying it, right? This doesn't have that fried taste to it.
Right.
With that little bit of Parmesan, it's super light.
It still has the crunch of being fried without all the grease and the oil. You can even leave the Parmesan off this, roast it, and they'll
good
still
too.
get crispy and caramelized. Super healthy.
Let me tell you, this spice, right? That's the difference on this. That's what makes it
Yes.
taste.
Season your veggies, not just with salt
That's
and
what
pepper.
makes it taste so different.
Anything you might season your meat, burgers, pork, anything with, put it on your veggies and try it.
All right, videos are going to be up on Instagram.
This one is already up. The squash relish is already up. This one will be up in the morning, yes.
All right, we have all your recipes there. You can already see some of her fun recipes on TikTok, on Instagram Reels as well. Just super easy the way she breaks down everything. And these recipes, a couple of them already up, but we're giving you ideas on what to do with all your produce. Coming up, she's going to stick around because she's going to show us some ways to use
Cucumbers and stone fruit.
cucumbers, again, coming out of our ears.
So many cucumbers right now.
So stay with us. For more information, just head to southern-flair.com.